Yo, what is up guys? So in today's video, I'll be showing you the games that actually got me to 240th in the world and 8,000 trophies. These battles were like so intense, so I couldn't do them live for you guys because I'm not used to being to top ladder. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. The first game I want to show you guys is against Boss. Boss is a very good player. Like, he deserved to beat me because he played this matchup super well. But I will say that it is kind of 50-50. So because it's 50-50, like, I can easily win, but so can he, because I've only got one air card. But he can't really kill my EGIANT if 2 times out of cycle. So that's like where things even up. Because I've only got one air card, he doesn't have much for my EGIANT itself for outcycle his tombstone, for instance. So he cycles Skelly Drags, pretty standard play, like, we're just cycling, we're trying to fill each other for his deck, but I will admit, I know what his deck was because I had my friend Elite Sparky on voice chat with me, helping me with API, which is a very good tool to see what deck you guys are running, and like what the opponents are running, so you can see that I'm like kind of defending him pretty well. In hindsight, I feel like I should have went for that fly machine into my E-Giant, but is what it is. Can't change it because it's already too late. So, he was up for Elixir, but I kind of just like mitigated his Elixir advantage because I went for 1 Elixir for 4. So, that was actually a bad bar barrel. I tried to time it so the skeletons wouldn't attract the bar barrel so I could kill the tombstone, but you can see that we're actually losing right now, which is kind of rough. But you can see that we actually do a very good comeback. I'm so surprised we won this. So, he's just sucking R-Drag in the back, trying to build a big push. He played a bad tombstone, so I just lightning to everything. And I just netted everything into the E-Giants. Oh no, I didn't. I just let everything die. Because it's on the left-hand tower anyway, so it doesn't actually matter. That was kind of a meh queen, like it wasn't good but it wasn't bad either. And this is where he lost. He played a hound when he had no tombstone in cycle. And yeah, Boss choked like he did in CRL. So that was pretty uncalled for, but I just thought I'd put it out there. So actually in our next game against Smap, I believe that's how you say his name. Smap is a very good giant Sparky player. I knew what he was running before, because I know this guy, so I'm just gonna like 2 times it, because all the games are like pretty long, like so he goes for a heal spirit. This is when I knew he was kind of a giant Sparky. Now this matchup is very hard for me, because he had mirror, so if I go E-Giant opposite lane when he's Sparkies, all he has to do is just mirror Sparky and he wins. For my E-Giant then, like, I can't do anything. An important thing about this matchup is if they've got NATO Sparky, then it's probably the best idea to pop your ability early for the Sparky, because what happens is good giant Sparky players tend to NATO in your queen into the Sparky, and what that does is that some people aren't quick enough to pop the queen ability in time, so the queen just dies to the NATO, and then like they've got a full counter push to defend. So it's kind of rough. So I'll just go for a lightning on this. And I went for scale. It's a bit late, but it helps DPS the giant anyway, so it doesn't actually matter. And right now you can see that we're like even right now, which is perfect for us to be in. I forgot what he does next though. Yeah, pardon me. He's got Mega Minion selected. He could play it, yeah he does. And I play for a bugger at the exact same time. I hope that gets a hit, but I don't think it does. Yeah, it doesn't. So rinse and repeat. It's just basically the same thing for single elixir. Like, he can't do much, and I can't do much either. So, the way you actually lose this matchup is in singles. So if you survive single, you're actually chilling right now. He tried to do like a weird NATO here, I believe. So it splashed onto my tower, but he actually kind of failed it, so good for me, I'll take it. Like, but even with that bad NATO, like there's nothing much he could do. Like he could do I saw what I could have done because I can't punish him for it. So I just go EGIANT, get Sparky. Like, there's no point doing it. So he goes for a Sparky in the back. I tried to apply pressure opposite lane because his mirror was out. Yeah, but I'll go for an EGIANT here. That was a bad queen because I kind of forgot to pop the ability. It's kind of rough, but it is what it is. Oh, then I'll just go for a lightning here. Yeah, and I'll just tank the hit, I believe. Oh no, doesn't even get a hit. I thought it got a hit. That must have been later on when the Sparky got a hit. So I go Queen for the Mega Minion because it's applying pressure to the right lane and he starts to play a giant onto it anyway, so it doesn't actually matter. I tried to do the ability as late as possible, so I'm gonna go for like a bar barrel and a lightning onto the Sparky. That's the best way to defend it with this deck. Go for a bar barrel, then just lightning the Sparky straight away. So what happens is the Sparky relocks onto the bar barrel, while the bar barrel is just hitting the Sparky 24/7. So it pretty much cleans it up, unless they heal spirit, luckily. But you have to be very good at the time to do that. So you can see that we're actually losing right now by 100 HP. But at this point, I wasn't worried. But here, this is where I started to worry because he could have easily outplayed me here. But luckily he didn't, so I'll just go for like a Dark Prince on the left. And I kind of lighten the Sparky on the left because I was kind of worried. And this is where the Sparky gets a hit on the right. But there's not much I could have done about that, like I don't think I could have stopped that at all, so yeah, it's for a mini P.E.K.K.A on my queen. I believe I just go for an E-Giant Kite here. Oh no, I don't. I do that and I go Skellies and I go Sparky on the opposite lane. So that's probably the best play you can do against Sparky. If they always play it in the middle, you can nader the Sparky opposite lane in a one-tail situation. Just so you guys know, you can't do that in a two-tail situation because what happens is, if you nader the opposite lane, the Sparky goes back to the left lane anyway, so it doesn't actually matter. You can't nader, which is kind of weird. I don't know why that's a thing, but around here I was kind of like panicking a bit, so I just lightning on defense in case he went for like a weird NATO play. And you see that we're actually barely winning. He's actually got the damage lead right now. And you can see that we get a lightning off just in time. And we actually win by like 26 HP. Yes, we do. So that was a very, very close game. But he played super well, like, you gotta give it to him. He played very well given the matchup. So I want to show you the game against Arpen. Now, this guy kind of BM'd me at the start. I don't know why he BM'd me, but he just gave me this sarcastic well played when I made a mistake. So, if you guys want to get to high trophies, you need to know how to beat this deck, because this deck is everywhere. So, I believe he just goes for a giant scale at the back, or he goes for the bar barrel, which is, I don't know why he did that, but I guess he's cycling. So I go queen in the back. You know, I had a feeling I knew I was versing as soon as I saw the giant skelly, like it's pretty obvious. I believe he just mirrors this giant skelly here, which is the correct play to do in this situation. So I go pop the queen ability to DPS the giant skelly a bit. And this, I actually make a mistake here very soon, so you can see that I go for like a set of skellies. And the cannon wasn't shooting the giant skelly. And yeah, this is where I thought it was game over. And you can see that he gave me the raw played. I have no idea why he did that, but this is where he started to lose. This is where I started trying. I wanted to kick this guy's ass. Even the matchup is bad. Like, you should not lose this matchup when you're down this much. When I'm down this much, sorry. So we actually get a lot of the damage back here, which is a very good play, because I knew he had not enough elixir to defend it properly, so I go for a cannon to clean the zappies up. I went for scalies to protect my cannon in case he went for a set of royal hogs. And yeah, we're in a very good spot right now. We are down 900, but I was still confident that we were going to come back here. So here goes Ghost. I'll just go Dark Prince, I guess. Like, it's probably the best play. In hindsight, I probably could have gone EGIANT at the back if I'm being honest, but you can't change the past, so... I'll just go for a NATO on all of his troops, like the Mullich and the Fisherman. And yeah, we're in a very good spot right now, so... He goes for a Giant Skelly, and the Dark Prince is actually connected onto the Giant Skelly onto the tower. So... This is where I had like momentum going my way, because like I am up in damage. I was actually down like 2000 damage at the start and we slowly brought it back. So just because you're down in damage doesn't mean you have to like give up straight away. Just because you can give up, just because you're down in damage doesn't mean you don't have to give up like easily. Because you can see in this matchup, now this matchup is so bad for us, but we're actually winning this somehow. So I let the Ghost go on the right because it's the strong tower, so it doesn't actually matter to me. I'll just go for an EGIANT to tank for all of this. Like, it might get some damage, I'm actually not sure. Probably not because of the zappies and all that. Yeah, so it wasn't getting damage, but the point of that EGIANT was just to defend properly, so... he goes for a Mother, which is kind of questionable, but... I just go for like a Dark Prince, so the Mother Witch doesn't kill my queen and get an extra pig. And yeah, we're in a very good spot right now. So he goes Giant Skelly in the back. I'll just go EGIANT in the back, you know, playing it super safe. Because I know I can just lightning him at the end, so if I defend properly, then I'm going to win this easily. So I go for a Barbaro just to cycle, and I go for a Queen ability just to DPS the Giant Skelly. Now this is where it started to get a bit scary. Like, look at what's coming down on the field. I just go for an E-Giant. I'm not trying to get damage here, I'm trying to defend properly. Because I had the cannon helping out for the Giant Skelly. And I went for a Dark Prince and the Fisherman, so hit the cannon but actually hit the Dark Prince instead. And the point of that was just to protect my cannon, just to deal with all of his troops. His Mother did get a few pigs, but it doesn't actually matter. Like, sure, he takes a bit of a damage lead, but it doesn't actually matter. Like, still had a rough idea that I was going to win. And I go for aligning it just to kill everything. And you see that we actually got a lot of damage for it. And you can see he actually goes for hogs and mirror roll hogs. And this is where I was like kind of shitting myself. Like, I'm so glad the Dark Prince on the left came to help out. But yeah, we're actually winning right now. So this is probably one of the worst matchups in the game. And especially being at 7900, you should not lose this. And I was giving him the well played because he kept BMing me. He didn't keep doing it, but it was pretty obvious that when I messed up with the Giant Skelly, he just sarcastically said it, like, here's what it is. So we lost against Balloon, no, Giant Sparky, sorry. So I want to show you this game real quick. This game is like super intense. Like, I'm going to 2x it because this is also a very bad matchup. So he goes Giant Skelly in the back. I'll just go EGIANT in the back. Now here I thought, oh fuck, here we go. It's a mirror matchup. Well, not the mirror matchup, but like the same matchup as before. Like, oh shit, here we go. But no, it actually wasn't. I probably could have activated King there potentially, but I thought I was down too much to actually consider it, so I didn't actually do it. So right now, I'm just kind of playing safe. I don't want to play too aggressive because in other games I probably would have, but in this game, since I knew I could get AK and it was so close, then I decided to just play it super safe. So he goes for a Fisherman. I don't think that activates because my EGIANT was 2 low health. And I just popped the Queen ability, you know. I go for a Dark Prince, and I knew I was up Elixir, so what I could do is I could go for an EGIANT on top of this. And yeah. Because I went for that EGIANT, yeah, we're in a very good spot right now. Like, I'm just gonna 4 times it because my phone's about to die. And yeah. So, because my phone's about to die, I'm gonna 2 times this replay. Probably should have charged my phone before recording this, but I was just super excited to get it out, so... See how much... Okay, mine's on 4%, so... hopefully it lasts like 2 minutes, because this game went on for the whole time. So he goes for it goes, I go for Activated King. I knew what he was running because I versed him actually before, like a few hours ago or something, and I remember what his deck was. So, I already knew what he was running. He goes for a very good E-Spirit, but since I was up Elixir, I knew I could go for a E-Giant, and then if he goes for a Fisherman, I made sure to defend the RG so I didn't get 3 crowned, but if he goes for a Fisherman, then I can just nade it. But you can see that he just goes for a Hunter, and the Hunter dies anyway, so it wasn't the smartest. And I kind of screwed my Queen ability. I kept pressing it, but it just wouldn't like register, so... I go for a cannon, you know, just playing it safe. But yeah, this is actually a very good matchup for me, so I'm glad we won it the way we did. He played this game super well, but I guess we got lucky at the end with the lightning cycles, so I guess we'll take it. I go Queen very high, so you can't lightning the Queen on my tower. That's very key in this matchup, so... He gave me good value on the lightning on the Hunter, so... Because he did that, I'll just obviously take the good lightning value, and yeah. Right now we're just playing it super safe, like Queen ability on the Hunter. He tried to play it early so I couldn't get it off, but we do, so... Very good for us. Bad Skellies, but I just wanted the cannon to hit the ghost. He played a very good Fisherman here. I wasn't fast enough to react to it. And he actually did get a good lightning on my Queen, so this is where I was kind of like shitting myself, because this was the game for 8k. But yeah, he plays a ghost in the middle to start my cannon. You can see that I cycle back to my cannon pretty easily, so... this is where things started getting intense, but I just 4 times it, but... this is where I kind of started freaking out. So we're just 1 times it. Now look how close it is. Look how close this game is. Let's see. 2 elixir away, and he would have won. Actually, probably more on the edge of 1. But yeah, I was like, I was in shock. I didn't know how he won it, but I guess I'll take it. So those are the games that got me to 8k. I didn't mean to replay it, by the way. Well, those are the games that got me to 8k. So if you guys enjoy this content, then please leave a comment in the comment section and subscribe to my channel if you like the content. And yeah, as always, take care guys.